Fence. They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on 1st and goal. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
7, Navy 0.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The midshipman offense makes its way onto the field for their first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years, and the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
14, Navy 0.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be knocked down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. Got a lot of running room. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Got it set up on the outside. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
Brings up second down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Carr. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He's got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Notre Dame lines up quickly. The give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Irish.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Here's the handoff. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll ride his man on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2.
We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll throw it. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Now on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Goes to the option. Makes a pass to Marker. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Give to the fullback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back goes in motion. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the fullback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Play number 9 on this drive. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. And he could not get loose on the run.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Navy! What a grab and go for the score. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's going to run it. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket.
Lofts one high and deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. They'll give it to him again. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
And Navy will go back on the attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Try to get it to the edge. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Navy will have to punt it away. He gets a block. Finding more yards with the spin move. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. Complete downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's looking for a man on second down. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They'll run the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Coming after him. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to pass. It's Carr. He's looking deep. Brings it in down the left side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Number 6.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Navy offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
The short hands, it's Allen. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Navy will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Here come the Irish back on offense. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have. But when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Navy will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display, and that sweet return there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the punishment has been extended. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Fighting off the defender.
I love when you throw the fullback a bone. The dude is so unselfish, blocks the whole game. Give him a bone every now and again.
Well, of course you like the fullbacks because you wish you had been a fullback. Some wanted to make you a fullback, and you were great. Could have been even greater.
Or I could have been a defensive lineman and a three-time All-American in a first-round draft pick.
Trying play action. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
The third down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another third down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
Puts him in the spinner and moves on. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here come the Irish back on offense. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Back to throw, it's Carr. He makes the connection. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Notre Dame right back to the line. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive goals.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw. Got it! Touchdown, Irish! And the beatdown has ensued. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Sticks it in his belly. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Feeling some heat. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, midshipman. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things.
Oh, they knock it free. And Navy will go back on the attack. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Making a stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. He just terrorizes quarterbacks. His 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a one.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the gun, running back on the move. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Off play action. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Navy offense. We'll see if that failed. In their own end last time, David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He's looking to throw it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here,
he's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Montgomery.
And as a defense, you're going to give up plays. And receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
Touchdown, Navy! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Navy'28.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
it sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Navy quick to the line.
Third down coming up.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it inside the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 15 to Northwestern. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They want that clock to run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here.